everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. My name is Kevin and you are in my Commonwealth cabin. I should call it our Commonwealth cabin because to be honest with you, I would have never bought this thing unless there were so many people subscribing to the channel way back when we started. So this is yours, I suppose, as much as it's mine. I think I'll still lock the door, but when you're in here, at least we're together. So at any rate, hey, I took a day off, but you didn't know it because I did 2 days of shipping on Sunday evening, and then I put that video out Monday and Tuesday. And so now for me, it's Wednesday, I think. No, it's not. It's Tuesday for me. And you will see this video on Wednesday. And I came back after my day off of no shipping, and I came back to 30-some orders for over $1,000. And I'm not saying that to brag at all. I'm just saying that to say, hey, now's the time to sell. Now, all of that is because we sold a few really high-priced items. Now, I'm not going to do all that shipping today. I'm going to split it up over the next 2 days. The things that came in a day ago, I'll do that. And the things that came in today, I'll do tomorrow, and we'll put it out because I don't really feel like shipping 30 things today. And we'll kind of mix that in there. So we sold some interesting things. And a few that I pulled that I want to talk about together here are books. So books, you've seen me pick up a few lately, and you'll see me pick up a few more. I picked some up at the Goodwill the other day. I've picked some up at a couple sales over there on the Commonwealth Picker channel, and they sold really quickly. So I think, you know, I'm a high school history teacher. I teach at a public high school in a city about 30 minutes away from where I live, and we also homeschool our kids, which isn't always, you know, you don't find that combination too often. But that's what we're doing right now, and I think because of the uncertainty, what you're seeing is more and more people homeschooling. Maybe not permanently, but more and more people, at least heading into next year, saying, you know what, we're not going to depend on the school systems to get things straight, because it's hard, right? You know, when you're trying to accommodate thousands of kids' needs, it's very difficult to teach kids remotely when you're not used to it and you haven't been trained to do it. Now, I think a lot of schools are moving in the right direction in trying to train teachers and doing that, but I know I certainly am not ready. Maybe I'll just make YouTube videos and send them to my kids, I guess. I don't know. They probably wouldn't watch them. Who knows? But I think what you are seeing is a lot of this type of book sets starting to sell, and you'll see this. And some of these are Bibles and some of them aren't, but we've sold 3 here today. Actually, we sold 4. One you're not going to see today, because I haven't paid for it yet. I did a best offer, and that one sold for a lot of money. You'll probably see that on tomorrow's or maybe the day after's show, and you'll see it in a video on Commonwealth Picker pretty quick. So if you're not used to selling books, I know a lot of people think books, they think Amazon, and that's probably a good way to think. Amazon's a great way to sell books. I don't do that. I'm not one to sit around and scan books all day when there's all kinds of cool, fun stuff that I can find that I like selling. But I like to look for certain sets of books and certain things that I know do sell, and they bring a lot of money, and apparently lately they're bringing a little bit more money than usual. So I'm going to let you take a look at those, and hopefully you can find some out there. I know I've had a couple people comment on a particular set that I've sold today, that I've sold in the past, that they have found lately. And I appreciate hearing those stories, and I appreciate people telling me, hey, I found a purple lab roller, or I sold this, or I sold that, and I wouldn't have sold it without you. That makes me feel good. I can tell you the same thing. There are so many people who comment below that have helped me, and I'm now picking certain items that I wouldn't have picked before either. So I'm happy to help you, and I appreciate you helping me. By the way, if you're a new reseller, go down to the comments and read what people write. You can ignore anything mean about me, all those comments, just forget those. But read the other ones, and they'll help you find new bolos, new items that you can find and you can sell, and you can expand your horizons a little bit. All right, I've talked too much. Let's take a look at what's sold. All right, this is the first set. I don't think I'm going to pick up all the sets, but this was in a box, so I figured I'd pick it up. The Cornerstones of Freedom. So this is obviously history. And these are an older set here, and they've got great stuff in here. Everything from, what do they got? A story of the New York Stock Exchange, Jonas Salk, the stock exchange. That's interesting, you know. The Dutch were the first to start really selling stock, and the Dutch owned New York before the British did, and it was New Amsterdam, and then it became New York, but the stock market was right there on Wall Street. So anyway, just a little bit of history. I toyed with the idea of keeping these for my kids, actually, and my wife said, no, we've got something that she likes to use already, so we're not doing it. But they've got some great stuff, and I like it because it gives different perspectives. It's not just one perspective. It's got great stuff in here, from the Gettysburg Address, Boston Tea Party. It's got the Constitution, but it's also got the Underground Railroad, and it's got Wounded Knee on here. And so I really, really do like this one. And it was pretty cool, and I picked it up sight unseen. I didn't know how much it would sell for, and it sold for $60 plus shipping. I just looked at a couple more. It's got D-Day, it's got Apollo 2, it's got the Trail of Tears. So it really does go. It spans all of American, well, not all of American history. It's probably written in the 70s, but you get the point. All right, I've sold tons of these in the past. This is the Maxwell series. This is a newer version of it. And I bought this one at a sale. I think this one was the She Would Not Budge or She Wouldn't Budge sale, the one that I found all those video games at. And then the second one where I got a bunch of cassettes, and I bought these at the very end, and they were $1 a piece. So $2.50 for the whole set of 10. And it sold pretty quickly. I put a pretty good price on it. I put a price of $70 plus shipping, and they're used, but they're in really good condition, and I didn't see any writing in them. So happy to sell that Maxwell set. I remember this when I was a kid. Of course, it was a different set. This is, I think, is printed in the 90s. So if you find this one and it's a decent price, I don't buy singles. Singles are kind of hard to sell, and it's really, really hard to make a full set because you don't find many of them. But if you find a full set and it's a pretty good price, depending on which version of the set, it could be $50 to $100 plus shipping, and of course it's medium mail shipping, so it's pretty cheap. All right, this next set over here, there's 6 of them, and I bought these at the Goodwill, and this again is a religious one as well. And these look like they've really never been used at all, but these things look like they're in pretty darn good condition. I paid $2 a piece. I bought them at the Goodwill, so I paid $12 for these. All these books, plus the ones that sold for $175, which I'm not going to talk about today, plus shipping. All of them didn't cost me no more than $25, probably closer to $20. These cost the most, and they sold for the least because I bought them at Goodwill. So 6 times 2, plus taxes, of course, $12. Sold them for $40. So there's a still nice little profit in there. But all of the books combined probably cost $20, and they sold for $345 plus shipping for 4 different sets. And you know, they're heavy, but they're easy to box up. They're not very difficult at all. Just find the right size box or cut it down and ship them out medium mail. You know, they can't break. So they're pretty safe bets as far as returns go. So that Goodwill buy, I think it was maybe a week ago from when you're seeing this, 1 week ago exactly. And if you go back and watch that one, if you haven't seen it already, you'll see me buy those and one more other item that I'm going to show you in just a second. By the way, I don't have enough time all the time to go back and show you the shelves, and some people ask for those. Those came out of the North Carolina shelf right there, up above there. And this one right here, it's a Panasonic recorder. This one came out of the Pennsylvania bin, and somebody messaged me about that bin that they gave me that plate. And there's a lot of photography stuff in there, and they do that too, so that was kind of ironic. So here's a Panasonic recorder fast playback, and I bought this one at the exact change sale. And we've been keeping track of that sale, so I'm going to show you how much we've made so far on that one. But this guy here sold for $22 free shipping, and we'll probably put it in a 6x4x4. Probably put it in that one is my guess. It might have to go in an 8x6x4 box, and it's going to probably be 8 ounces or maybe just a tick over. So we're going to make a pretty nice profit on it because the shipping's not going to be too much on this one. We're going to add that one to our total for that sale. All right, so far for the exact change sale, we spent $50. And after fees, after shipping, we're up to $362 so far. And still counting, and a lot of that stuff I haven't even listed yet. All right, I'm going to show you a couple things right here that I don't want to hold up one at a time and tell you how much they sold for. And then I'm going to show you something in the back that sold from the Goodwill sale. And then we're going to show you a gift that a viewer sent us. So let's take a look. This is the Tycho lot. This came out of that sale, the jackpot, the unexpected jackpot sale. And I think it's funny because I had somebody tell me that I was crazy and that really was a terrible buy. And I'm like, really? We spent $120 and we're making a ton of money on the thing. They're like, the cards are the only thing worth anything. I'm like, oh well. Maybe I shouldn't pay attention to folks like that. We're making a bunch of money on that sale, and we have sold off those stompers. The G.I. Joe have now sold. I think we're waiting for payment, but they've sold as well. And these are just old Tycho frames. They're just little pieces of plastic. And I put these in a lot because I didn't really know what I had, and I took good pictures, and I said, hey, I don't really know what I have here. And they sold at auction for $63 plus shipping. I couldn't believe it, so I was pretty happy. I was expecting like 40 maybe, and I got 60, so I was really happy about that. The G.I. Joe went for a little less than I thought. These and the Stompers went for way more than I thought. But that one box, which we also got some micro machines as well, all that stuff is paying off big time for sure. So far, we are up to $508 on the Estate by the Lake sale, so that's awesome. All right, next item is back here, and it is a bit of a bust, but we're still doing really great on this Goodwill sale. Let me show it to you. All right, it's on the Victoria shelf. And this is the Canon. You probably saw me buy this, and this was the most expensive thing I bought that day, and it was 20 bucks. And unfortunately, it had everything with it. It did not work. So tested it out. I sold it as is with all the stuff in it, and we sold it for $35 plus shipping. So we still made money on it, but this would have been a $100 buy if it would have worked. So unfortunately, it might have been more than that actually. So unfortunately, we didn't make as much as we thought, but we are making a bunch of money on that one Goodwill buy. So I'm pretty happy with it anyways. All right, let's go take a look at what a viewer sent us. By the way, I'm a little bit behind, so if you sent me something, it'll come out eventually, I promise. So wrote a really, really nice note from the Conley family, and they are from South Carolina. I think that's right, because they sent me a South Carolina plate because I said that we did not have one. I have since marked that off. I haven't had Reagan come in and do it lately, but I probably should for her little homeschool geography lesson. So we're down to a few more left here. We even got a South Dakota plate, which I didn't think we'd get for a while. North Dakota, Arkansas, Louisiana. My grandmother's from Louisiana. I'd love one of those. New Mexico. What do we got? Vermont, Connecticut, Delaware maybe. Hey, we need one more New Hampshire plate as well because we have a pull-through tote. And anything you want to send, I will put it up. And if you want to be a part of this shed in here, look at all the space we have. I mean, we have space on these rafters on both sides. We will definitely put it up somewhere for sure. At any rate, very, very kind words. You've been selling in an antique mall for 30 years, and they've learned a lot from me. That's very flattering because I am intimidated by antique sellers because they know so much, and I feel like I don't. And I have learned a lot since being in the antique booth, and I continue to learn. So thank you for that, and thank you for the kind words here. We do appreciate it, and we're going to mark it off our list. Thanks so much. All right, to continue that Goodwill buy day, this also came from that Goodwill buy day. It's $3.99. That's what we pay for these over at the Goodwill. And I've already sold one of these for $20 plus shipping. This one also went out for $20 plus shipping. It's a 4XL Nike dry fit, so it's pretty darn nice. I probably could have priced this up a little bit. I probably should have. But I'm happy they both sold pretty quick. You know, at a $3.99 buy, $20 plus shipping, you're looking at about a more than that, I guess. Maybe a $14 profit on something like that. So that's pretty good, 13, 14. So you figure you sell 2 shirts and you make 26 bucks. That's pretty darn good as kind of throw-ins for all the other stuff we got at Goodwill that day. All right, we have an in-man going out to Bob. And Bob says, I'm a fairly new eBay seller. This will go in the eBay garage. Love the videos, Bob. So thanks so much, and we hope that you are off to a good start selling. And we hope you enjoy the videos, and we appreciate you being here, and hopefully this guy gets some things moving for you. All right, this guy here is nothing special at all. I think it went for like $7.91 plus shipping. I bought it for $1. I remember the sale I bought these at, and I'm like, do I want to do this? Because I know they don't sell for a lot. I'm like, you know what? These are all the same size, I'll grab it. And then one wasn't the same size, and we sold some of them together in lots, and that way it makes it worth it. You know, you're not making $3 a piece. You're doing one listing, and you sell 3 shirts, and you make like $8, and then it's like, okay, I guess it's all right. But this one was an off size, I think. So anyway, size medium, and I think the others were larges. So it's over $7.81, I think, something like that, plus shipping. All right, this one is going off to Will. And Will says, been watching your videos since the start of the year and have recently started selling on eBay myself. I live down in Southwest Virginia around Bristol. So that's even, you know, way down there from me. I'm kind of central southwest, I guess, but more central, I suppose. So it's nice being able to hop across the state line into Tennessee and to do some picking down there. Hope this little guy gets things moving for me in my eBay journey, and we do too. So thanks so much for watching. We do appreciate it. All right, let's head back out there to the Commonwealth cabin. And I know we have at least one Homeschool Hustler sale and maybe a gift for them as well. So let's head on in there. But before we do, I just want to give you a heartfelt thank you from me and my family. The kindness is amazing. I know I say it all the time, but it blows me away how kind y'all are making purchases from us and supporting my family. Supporting Reagan's little ventures on our store is awesome and really nice, and even the gifts, which you do not have to do, but it is very kind of you. So thank you so much, and we appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. I just came back in from the eBay cave, and I realized I forgot one to Nathan and Crystal. And so thank y'all so much for the kind words. Lafayette, Georgia is where you're from, and you are not a reseller yet, you say. But maybe you're going to start soon. So thanks so much, and he's headed your way. Hey, we got Commonwealth Spidey with us today, and he sold some Neopets. And he sold them for $15. Yeah? Mm-hmm. They're from McDonald's. These actually came from a garage sale you have not seen yet, and we did amazing, and Blue Ridge Mama went with me, and she just crushed it. And this is the first sale out of that lot, and it's nothing special, but $15 free shipping on something so light we'll end up making over 10 bucks on. So tell them thank you, Commonwealth Spidey.
Thank you.
All right, we have a homeschool hustler, Reagan, with us, and we have Commonwealth Spidey here. That's what we got.
Spidey.
How you doing? And we got a gift, and Ivan sent us a gift.
Thank you, Ivan.
And it looks like it's really big and heavy, and it was addressed to the homeschool hustlers. So I'm going to let you take a look and dig through it, okay? See what you get. And don't forget your manners.
Okay.
It's all right. You can start digging through, Turner.
Oh, my God. Look at that. That's so cute. Tractor Supply gift card.
Oh my goodness. He must know you're a farmer.
Yeah.
You can use that, can't you?
Yeah, thank you
Oh my
so
goodness.
much.
That is unbelievable. Ivan is too kind. And your wife too, I think.
I finally found a couple things for Reagan and added a couple for Turner. I added a little gift card to let the kids buy some chickpeas or whatever they need to support their farm. I enjoy all the videos you share. It's really helped a lot. You guys are the best. Thanks for all you do to support the eBay community. Ivan, thank you.
Y'all, you guys are the best. Very, very, very kind of y'all. Look at all that stuff, Turner. Look.
What is this?
Look, chickens. Oh my gosh.
My. Chicken magnets. Oh my gosh, Turner, look at that. I know. I'm trying to get that. It's Star Wars. Something Star Wars.
Star Wars dominoes.
Dominoes.
You don't know how to play that? Maybe we need to learn how to play dominoes, huh? I used to play that when I was a kid with my neighbor.
It's a little ladybug.
Oh my goodness, y'all are getting spoiled.
It's a watch.
Well, I will say that he asked permission to send this, so that was really kind. So.
A ladybug watch. That's so cute.
All right. Well, you guys are too much. We really do appreciate it. It is definitely not necessary, but we are flattered by it for sure. You want to say thanks one more time?
Thank you, Ivan.
You know, you ever seen that jar of jelly beans and you always underestimate how many jelly beans are in there? So that's kind of the same thing when you buy a bundle of something. If you can grab a bunch of stuff together, people always underprice it. So that box of video games is a good example. And I think, we'll see, I think this is too, these old 1991 figures. It's the Bushwhackers. Look at that, his little leg moving there. I remember the Bushwhackers. My brother probably does too. 1991 figures. They're not those old, what is it, L and J ones from earlier, a few years before that. But that's Superfly Snuka. I think they're 91s. This went with it as well. And so we'll see how much we can get out of all of this. This is at least $50 for the case alone, and it's empty. And I see them listed as high as 100, but I doubt we'll get that. It's in okay condition, pretty good shape. And it says 1991 Titan Sports. So wrestling stuff sells good. Here's the Macho Man, Randy Savage, Demolition. There might be 3 members, Axe, Smash, and I think later they added like Crush or something. There's the other, one of the Bushwhackers. So there's a set there. I don't know who that guy is. That must be WCW maybe. Yeah, WCW I think. We'll check that. There's WCW as well. That's Sting. Luger? No? I don't know. I wasn't WCW guys, WWF. So there's Hogan. There's Demolition. So there's 2. I don't know. I might just auction these off. Here's Ultimate Warrior. One of these Ultimate Warriors, the purple one, is worth a ton of money. But this one is not. I mean, it's still worth probably 15, 20 bucks. My favorite, Roddy Piper. Loved him. He's hilarious. Hey, more Bushwhackers. How many Bushwhackers we got here? We got doubles Bushwhackers. Here. I don't know. That's WCW as well, I believe. Check that one out. That's one of the Steiner brothers. what that is. That's like a thumb wrestler. I'll check that one out. Anybody know anything about that guy? Big Boss Man. And that looks like Lex Luger, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. That's probably who that is. Ted DiBiase. Looks like there's some G.I. Joes in here, too. That looks like a G.I. Joe. And I don't know about this guy here. So, some weapons and belts and things. So you just never know. But when you pull all the stuff out, you can one-off them and make a pretty good amount of money. But I might auction these. We'll see.